All right, so I get this question a whole lot. When people ask, should they rent or should they own? Or how do you know when you should rent and when you should own? And if we talking numbers wise, the most obvious one would be if you paying a mortgage for, let's just say, 1,800 because you got in late in real estate and now you paying that 7%, could be higher by the end of the year, something to that nature. And you pay 1,800 a month for your mortgage. But hereas you can rent the same house for maybe $1,000 up the road. I would say it's better for you to rent because that's $800 you will be saving. Plus, you'll be saving from paying property taxes, insurance, maybe renter's insurance, but property taxes, insurance, and things of that nature. So, in a sense, your landlord will be taking care of the biggest bills. But now, whereas you can buy for the same amount that you renting, I would always advise you to buy the house because with renting, every dollar you pay, that's just money gone down the drain or in your landlord's bank account. You never get to redeem that money. But when you own the house, your property value constantly going up every year that you own the house. That's all money in your pocket. And plus, you going towards an ultimate goal of paying that house off. Whereas renting, it ain't going towards owning the house. It's just going towards you having somewhere to stay for however long you need to stay there. Another reason I would suggest buying over renting is if you a person who know you're gonna be somewhere a long time. Like you don't plan on bouncing around. You don't plan on exploring other cities or states. You pretty much know once you get comfortable, you're gonna get comfortable. Yeah, you always want to buy because the longer you there, the more your landlord can go up on your rent. And then you're gonna be pissed off, figuring I've been here 10 years. You ain't made no upgrades, you ain't made no changes, you ain't done nothing to the house because I didn't took care of it. So you're gonna be pissed off because you done made your landlord rich and you done made the value on this property go to the fucking ceiling, and none of that's going back in your bank account. In fact, you miss your rent payment that next month. I'm pretty sure he's putting you out, regardless how good of a tenant you been. So I say that to say, if you know you're gonna be somewhere for a while, you don't want your neighbors being able to complain on you or make a big fuss about you and whatever crowds you keep over your house and all that. You want ownership. Or better yet, I'm gonna put it like this. If you paying anywhere between 1,000, 1,500 on rent right now, I would suggest you go ahead and buy because the down payment amount that it would cost you to buy a house is pretty much what you'd have gave your landlord in a year. So let's just say your rent is $1,000. Over a 12-month period, that's $12,000. And they ain't including late fees and all the other stuff that goes in. You end up paying some more money. So that's $12,000. If you can find a way to save that same amount up all at once, you can use that as a down payment amount to buy the house instead of renting. And of course, no landlord will tell you this strategy because they don't want you to wisen up and move out their house and get your own. Me, I wouldn't care. Once one person goes, it's 10, 20, even 100 other people waiting to take their spot or at least up until they get their situation back in order. And I give people second chances, so I don't be wanting nobody, you know, having to feel in prison because their situation is bad to where they feel they have to stay somewhere that they don't want to stay because that's too much like jail. And I know what that shit is like personally. So I guess if you really trying to find out whether or not you should rent or buy your house, just drop a comment or a DM and explain your situation as short as possible. I don't need no long detail shit, but just quick, short, straight to the point. How many kids you got, how many bedrooms you know you're gonna need, shit of that nature. And we'll try to get them questions answered for you For sure.